Hi there, and thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers. Less than 2 hours ago, we learned a building in St. Paul will have to be demolished following a fire earlier this morning. Fortunately, there are no reports of injuries. The St. Paul Fire Department says it happened on the 900 block of University Avenue, where a caller said someone was still inside the building. That person was able to climb out of a second-story window and get to the roof, where another person used a ladder to get them back on the ground. At one point, fire crews were called to evacuate the building because of dangerous conditions, and one firefighter called a mayday from the basement.
I think in this situation, we're probably very fortunate. Basement fires are very difficult to fight. Obviously, heat rises, and as you're trying to go down those stairs, you have hot gases, you have fire coming up at you.
2 other firefighters were able to respond to the mayday and get everyone out safely. The building is expected to be demolished later today. For the first time today, we know the names of the victims killed in a shooting at a hotel in Cloquet Monday night. Police say Shelby Trutell of Cloquet and Patrick Royers of Deer River both died in that attack. They've also identified the suspect as Elliot Linnaeus. He died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Cloquet Police Department says they are still working to learn what happened leading up to that incident. Well, you know, in the last 12 hours, a vote to build a megachurch in the Northwest Metro passed. The city of Plymouth reversed course and approved the proposal to build a new location for Eagle Brook Church. In December, the council shot down the proposal. Last week, the church's attorney sent a letter to the council threatening legal action on grounds of violating First Amendment rights. Yesterday, we heard public concerns about traffic. Engineers say that the peak times for traffic will be 15 minutes after service. The proposal passed with the agreement to amend certain plans to deal with that issue. A 26-year-old St. Paul man is facing federal charges for armed robbery of postal workers. The Department of Justice says in November, Reuben Adams demanded USPS mailbox keys in 2 separate instances in Edina and Brooklyn Center. This comes on as dozens of mail carriers and union leaders in downtown Minneapolis call for better safety measures on the job.
These are the people who are out on the lines every single day. They deliver our mail. We trust them with our lives. You know, everything comes through the mail for us. So the fact that they're getting attacked shows that there is something wrong in our country. And I'll tell you what the other part of it is, that it shows that people are in a desperate place.
U.S. Attorney Andrew Lugar says these 2 incidents are part of a larger trend that law enforcement is seeing around the Twin Cities. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look outside of another day of light snow chances moving through the state. Ben, we're also keeping an eye on any upcoming cold temperatures. We definitely felt that shift.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to get out of the cold, that's for sure. This weekend it is going to be bitter, but in between we have not 1 but 2 chances at accumulating snow. And the first chance is already starting to happen across parts of the state. Central and southern Minnesota seeing some light snowfall at the moment. We're seeing some flakes here in the KARE 11 backyard, and it is going to be impacting your evening commute. We are looking at visibility right now. It shows us where the snow is heaviest, and right now just outside of Wilmer we have less than a mile visibility, and right now it's the West Metro dealing with the light snowfall. We're likely going to grease up the roads as we head into this evening as that light snow falls. We're probably not going to see a lot, probably about a ½ an inch or so, but it's going to happen right before and during tonight's evening rush hour. Now for a live look at the roads right now, let's toss it inside to Cece. What do you see right now?
Hey, thanks, Ben. Well, the good news is that north, south, and east, they're all good as far as the roads compared to yesterday. Nothing too crazy happening, all green for your commute. But like Ben was saying, there is some snow moving in. So I have this camera up for Highway 212 near Eden Prairie, and you can kind of see the snow moving in into the West Metro. And so be aware that roads could get slick. So just be aware if you're in that area. But so far, everywhere else around the Metro, looking great. Alexis.
Cece, thank you. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the U.S. Capitol, where in just over an hour, a group of GOP lawmakers is expected to explain why they're willing to shut down the government. Right now, the country is running on a 2-part funding plan. One of those plans will end next Friday. The other ends February 2nd. Some Republicans say letting the clock run out on finding more funding could pressure Democrats into more spending cuts and tighter border security. It's an option not all members of the party agree with.
There are only some very rare exceptions and extenuating circumstances. The border is one of those.
We absolutely cannot have a government shutdown.
The group in support of the shutdown is expected to speak on the issue at 1:30. In just over 2 hours, the first all-female St. Paul City Council is set to hold its first meeting. Yesterday, history was made as they all were sworn in at Ordway Center. All 7 are under the age of 40, and 6 of them are people of color, making this the youngest and most diverse council in the city's 170-year history. 4 newcomers joined 3 incumbents on stage to take the oath. Meanwhile, in just minutes, flight attendants who work at Sun Country Airlines plan to picket. They're represented by Teamsters Local 120. They say they're demanding a fair contract and better wages. According to the union, the flight attendants plan to highlight how their wages fall below the industry standard. Well, before you make a purchase from one St. Paul outdoor store, they want you to know that there is a scam targeting them and customers. Danny Spiewak has what you need to look out for.
With winter sports season in full swing right now, there's a scam apparently on Facebook involving a South St. Paul company that you should be aware of. The company Windrider says it's being targeted by a fake company they believe is overseas that they say is creating fake ads on Facebook advertising huge discounts for their outdoor products that don't actually exist, then sending customers to a fake website where they're buying products that are never arriving. They say, this company says that they've filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office. They've been trying to get Facebook to take down the ads, but they say nothing has worked. And Windrider says that they have lost $1 million in revenue over the past couple of months. But they want customers to know that they are a legitimate company. You can come to their real website and their real Facebook page to buy their products.
We are still a few days away from the holiday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but the state is getting the celebrations going early. When we come back, we're talking with the Minnesota Chief Equity Officer about how you can get involved. Plus, the weather is bringing a welcome change for ice anglers. The latest from Upper Red Lake.